morning, everyone. Please welcome our Perry Tech faculty and deans of education. You're going to be clapping for quite a while. There's a lot of them. I'd like to ask you to please remain seated as we welcome our fall 2022 graduates. Graduates, please be seated. There are a few people standing in the back. If you have an empty seat near you, maybe raise your hand so we can make sure everyone has a seat. Great. Thank you. I would like to begin today by saying what a pleasure it is to see everyone here on campus to celebrate with us. We feel very fortunate to have you with us today. Graduation is a special time as it marks the culmination of a journey for our students. While we're aware of the many sacrifices made by our students, the day should not completely overshadow the sacrifices made by all of you in attendance. Whether you're here for your son, daughter, grandchild, or friend, thank you all for the contributions in helping them reach this milestone. Graduates, we realize that for many of you, this has truly been a journey. Some of you came to us straight from high school, and some of you by wiping the slate clean in a pursuit of a new career. No matter what the path or the motivation, we are so proud of you for achieving this accomplishment. So often, sacrifices must be made in the pursuit of higher education. And because of this, I want you to know that we are grateful that you chose Perry Tech for your continued education. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce a very special guest speaker. This graduation, we have one of our very own faculty members here to share a few words about his experience after graduation and what life lessons he has learned along his journey at this point in his career. Adam Riker is the department head of our electrical program and has been with us for nearly 7 years. Adam was our 2017 Faculty Member of the Year, and he oversees 150 students on the average, plus 11 faculty members each year, while driving for continuous improvement across the program. Additionally, Adam is a U.S. Army Combat Medic Tour veteran and has championed the Veterans Alliance program for 4 years as part of Perry Tech's veteran-friendly designation by the U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs. Outside of school, Adam is active in the community and focuses spending his free time with his family and connecting with veterans. Please join me in welcoming Perry Tech's own Adam Riker.
I've been in your shoes. As with a large portion of the faculty that's here with us today, we've sat in those chairs and we've received the same certificates. I realize that you're nervous because I was nervous, still a little nervous. I'm sure you have doubts because I had those same doubts. Doubts about myself, doubts about my knowledge, and doubts about my future. But I'm here to tell you, it's going to be okay. Each and every one of you deserves to be here today. You've worked hard here at Perry, and you're graduating because you've met, and in some cases, exceeded our standards. As instructors, we've had the privilege of sharing our curriculum with you. And now, as your keynote speaker, I have the challenge of sending you on your way. I'd like to do so with a piece of advice that my dad shared with me that has found its way into everything that I do. When I was 14, I got my first bike, or dirt bike, excuse me. And I remember following my dad up a really rocky road and just getting thrown around all over the place, bouncing back and forth. It was miserable. And I watched my dad going up the road ahead of me. And it seemed like he was on a paved highway, smooth ride, enjoying himself. So when we finally stopped, I was beat. And I was having less than a great time. So I asked him why he wasn't struggling. And you know how dads have that really irritating way of just knowing exactly what's going on without you sharing any other details? All he said was, stop looking at the rocks. You stare at the rocks, and you're going to hit the rocks. So of course, I rode away thinking, don't stare at the giant rocks in the road? Yeah, great piece of advice, Dad. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. But slowly but surely, I started looking for the clear paths around the rocks rather than staring at the rocks. And it turns out he was right. Now, I know that my dad wasn't the first person to ever say, stare at the rocks and you'll hit the rocks. But he said it to me when I needed it. It didn't just apply to that day, though. It applies to life, and it will apply to your careers. When you leave here, you will be surprised how much information you've really retained. But you have to understand that you have a long way to go. You've been given a foundation that you can build a career on, but unfortunately, you don't know what it is that you don't know. So leave here with an open mind. Be willing to learn. Learn by finding the right path around the obstacles that you face. Whether that's troubleshooting a piece of machinery or looking for a promotion, that path will involve learning. Continue your education. Open a manual. Learn from the people that have been in the field forever, and learn from the people who have come into the field after you. Don't ever stop learning. And don't be afraid to admit that you don't know something. You will look far better admitting that you don't know something right off the bat than to stand there and struggle all day long and accomplish nothing. At this stage in your career, being recognized as significant is a huge obstacle. Being recognized requires you to be present. And the path to being present might take you out of your comfort zone. But the people that are present don't get laid off first. The people that are present tend to get the raises first. Now, I'm not just talking about showing up to work here every day. Yes, show up early. Yes, stay late. You guys already know all that. I'm talking about your presence in the workplace, amongst your peers and your supervisors. Do not hide in the shadows. If somebody asks you a question, answer it. If somebody wants your opinion, give it. Know when to be quiet, but at the same time, know when it's time for you to stand up, provide a voice, and be present. Be the first to step up. When there's a vacancy, fill it. Take on the work that's not getting done. Now stay in your lane here. I'm not telling you to act like a boss if you are not in charge. But if a leader is needed, step up and become the leader. If the job site is dirty, be the first person to step up and grab a broom. When there's overtime available, volunteer for it. And when you're asked to speak at graduation, speak. Now, there will be times when it doesn't matter if you stare at the rocks or not. You're going to fail. But failure is good. If you aren't failing, you are not trying hard enough. Challenge yourself to go out and accomplish new tasks, learn new skills, and apply for the positions that interest you. This is going to sound a little bit cheesy, but I'm kind of a cheesy guy. You're going to hit rocks because you're going to fail. But you have got to learn how to bounce off the rocks and find a better path around them. Never forget your support networks. The people that provide you with wisdom, comfort, and encouragement, your parents, siblings, your spouse, and your friends. Celebrate your successes with them and lean on them when you fail, because if you fail, it hurts. And they are the ones that are there. They are the ones that are there to remind you about what's important and to push you to keep going. When this ceremony is over, you should go and thank the ones that supported you during this challenge. I'd like to thank Christine for allowing me the opportunity to speak to you today. I'd like to say thank you to you, families, for supporting these students and continuing to push them. And students, thank you for all of your hard work. Go forward and challenge yourselves. Represent us well, and come back and join us someday here at Perry. Try not to stare at the rocks, but focus on the path to your success. Thank you.
Thank you, Adam. I've had the pleasure of seeing Adam as a student, coming back to become a faculty member, to see him as department head and now to witness a wonderful keynote speech. So thank you for that. And let's give Adam another round of applause. At this time, I'd like to ask our Dean of Education, Nathan Holt, to come up and lead us through the presentation of certificates.
Thank you, Christine. Thank you, Adam. That was an excellent speech. And I know firsthand that no one has had to navigate more of those rocks than Adam, because he oversees such a large department that includes Robert McChesney. So, a very challenging thing to do. At this time, we are going to begin delivering the certificates of completion to our graduates. We're going to start with our agricultural and a diesel technology program. If you guys could come up and join us at this time.
And that's a tough speech to follow. I'll try. So, like has been said before, it's great to put faces to the names of the support group for our graduates today. And like was said before, it's truly not possible without all of you. I'm extremely proud of this group of students and the growth they've made in the year at Perry Tech. Our students enter here with various skill levels from nothing to pretty good. But they all graduate as confident and competent technicians in this field. I truly cannot wait to see where their career paths lead them. And with that, I'll call the first graduate. So Mason Eddieburn. Eric Fedius. Brandon Hauser. Omar Hernandez. Zachary Hitchcock. Congrats. Eduardo Melendrez. Kevin Sanchez. Daniel Tarrin. And Jacob Vargas.
Thank you. That was our department head, Matthew Bishop, and Jerry Nelson. Let's give those guys a round of applause as well. This time we want to move on to our Automotive Technology program with our department head, Dusty Morrill, Ron Dexter, Isaac Espinoza, and Michael Powell.
All right, good morning. Thank you all for being here and supporting these auto grads as they got through our program. We're really proud of their accomplishments. I'd like to thank the employers and externship sites for these students here. Those are Harvest Chevrolet of Yakima, Audi of Seattle, Harvest Honda of Yakima, Cub Crafters, Yakima, Windy Chevrolet of Ellensburg, Medina Auto Repair in Sunnyside, McCurley Subaru, Yakima and Pasco, Spec Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, actually got that one right, Sunnyside, Porsche Bellevue, D&M Motors and Towing of Ellensburg, and Valley Ford of Yakima. All great places to go, and for a lot of these students are their first path in the career they chose. Now our graduates, I'd like to recognize a student that couldn't make it due to employment obligation, Colin Madlin. And now for our graduates that are here, Cristobal Alejandre.
Thank you.
Deborah Ashworth. Ismael Castro Guzman. Jose Contreras. Alejandro Delgado Bustos. Angel Diaz. Caleb Enright. Santiago Garcia. Violet Green.
Thank you, Ron.
Alejandro Jimenez. Caleb Linares. Roberto Cerna. And Logan Van Buren. Auto grads, on behalf of me and the staff here in the automotive program, we appreciate you choosing Perry Tech as your choice of education. We look forward to seeing your successes. Please stay in touch and go out there and be amazing, do good things. Thank you.
Next, we'll move on to our Construction and Carpentry Technology program. We have our Associate Dean of Education, Jason Lamaquiz, our Department Head, Darren Peters, Chris Corbin, and Everardo Torres.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. You can't drive through this community anymore without seeing signage all over this valley about the opportunity to win a home. Let's see a raise of hands. Who's seen that signage around this community? Awesome, almost everyone. So that project is an amazing revenue generator for student scholarships at Perry Tech. Last year, over $500,000 was passed out to our students through our foundation. And again, this Win a Home project, it's all about generating the revenue to help our students. These fine young men over here have taken lead in building the house for this year that one of you in front of us has an opportunity to win. So if you haven't purchased a ticket yet, we have a few lovely ladies over here, Tressa and Janny, that would be happy to sell you one today. So we're excited as we look forward to the end of January. We're going to be doing the raffle the beginning of February. It's an exciting time. Last year, home was given away right next to Perry, not too far from Perry. Beautiful West Valley, custom-built home, so everyone has an opportunity to win. So these fine gentlemen in front have helped take lead. These fine gentlemen have also helped build it. They've also had help from students in our electrical program, our plumbing program, and our HVAC program. So overall, it's an amazing opportunity for all of our students here at Perry. So we talk a lot at Perry about showing up on time, right? All right, so we know they often are using cell phones, backup alarm clocks to wake them up. We have something that's going to be sitting on their nightstands right next to those cell phones and alarm clocks. And it is the golden standard in the carpentry and construction trades, but this time it happens to be yellow and black. And that is a tape measure. So it's our gift to you. So as you guys come forward, you're going to get your certificate holders as well as the professional tape measure. So without further ado, from the construction program, I'd like to recognize one graduate who is not able to join us today, again, due to employment reasons. That is Marty Heemsaw. Congratulations, Marty. And for our graduates today, first one, Shawkat Ali. Timothy Califf. Jose Campos. Jose Castaneda. Luis Cervantes. Alejandro Fuentes Ruiz.
Thank you.
Hernan Garcia.
Thank you.
Tanner Hunting. Sergio Jimenez.
Thank you.
Arturo Lua. Joseph Pena. Travis Vaughn. Juan Zarate. All right, gentlemen, on behalf of myself, Chris, Everardo, and Darren, we appreciate all you do, and don't think those Fridays that you worked out there went unnoticed. We appreciate that.
Okay, and we'll continue the ceremony with our electrical technology department. We have our department head, Adam Riker, Dan Lovestrand, Nick Marnie, Jerome Cobain, Kevin Booz, Keith Butler, Robert McChesney, Matthew Boynton, Doug Jenkins, Jim Gabbard, and Ron Zeich.
Well, I'm back. And I struggled, I think, more with what to say about these graduates than I did with my speech. You know, each instructor probably has a memorable class. And very seldom do those classes kind of match up from instructor to instructor. But I'd be very surprised if there was an instructor here who could find a bad thing to say about this class. An incredibly unique class, incredibly talented and smart, unique in the fact that this is the first class I've ever had that actually the entire class showed up for graduation. So once again, they just continue to prove that they're outstanding. I don't have any other words. I couldn't think of anything. It's a fantastic class, and they will be hard to be beaten going forward. That being said, let's get to it. My first graduate, Keaton Bedigi. Joel Briscoe. Luis Castro. Santiago Contreras.
That was you, not me.
Joseph Donahue. Dylan Foster. Gabriel Garcia. Ismael Gonzalez. Nick Hanks. Carson Hoffman. Esteban Montemare. Drew Morris. Zahid Rosas. Clay Skilbrute. Joel Vargas. And Jackson Yates. Graduates, thank you. We appreciate your hard work. Again, you've made a lasting impression on our department. Go out and make lasting impressions on your employers. Congratulations.
For our final program today, I'd like to welcome up the faculty for our Instrumentation and Industrial Automation Technology program. Our department head, Tony Nurk, Casey Florin, Doug Oswald, Cody Bittner, Derek Floyd, Larry Dagdagan, Jerry Reese, Max York, and John Konis.
Well, a lot of the nice words have already been taken, but I can say the same thing about this group. They started during the COVID restrictions. And as you can see, we have a pretty large group for our instrumentation graduates. Normally, we may have 1 or 2 graduates because most of them are working. But I'm glad to say that we have 21 that are graduating in this group, and all of them have accepted positions. Some of them had multiple opportunities, just a phenomenal opportunities, and it's really a display of the time and effort that they put into their efforts to graduate from our program. So I want to congratulate on behalf of the instrumentation instructional staff. I want to say congratulations to all of our graduates, but of course in particular to the instrumentation graduates down here to our right, your left. We've got 11 students that are graduating, but they are off working. Some are in Alaska, some are in California. So I'll roll through their names first. Maybe we could give them a big round of applause, and then we'll recognize the graduates that are here today. So Frederick Allen, Charles, I'll just say them real fast, and then at the end we'll give them one big round of applause. How about that? How about one more time, Frederick Allen, Charles Andrews, Omar Cabrales, Aiden Chrysler, Austin Gofina, Austin Hebner, Alicia Ortega, Caden Pavlovsky, Caleb Van Tassel, Brandon Wegspack, and Alexander Weiss. So if we could give them a big round of applause. And our first graduate, Mr. Christopher Alman. And next is Mr. Dylan Sear. And our next graduate, he's also, like to recognize him, he is one of our student tutors that has been really helpful in the success of many of our students as well. Mr. Kevin Embray. And our next graduate is Mr. Matthew Ford. And Mr. Seth Litzy. No, Evan Harness. Sorry, Mr. Evan Harness. I had it mixed up. Sorry. Okay, now Mr. Seth Litzy. Congratulations. All right, and Miss Catherine Marcel. And Mr. Mike McIntosh. And Mr. Nick Orlando.
It's pronounced Orlando.
And Mr. Alex Terry. Once again, we want to congratulate our graduates, and we look forward to hearing about your successes out in the industry, and hopefully one day coming back, might be sooner than you anticipate, and looking to hire some of our future graduates as well. So again, congratulations, everybody. Appreciate all your hard work.
Before we finalize with the turning of the tassels, I would like to take this opportunity to thank our faculty for all they do to support our students. We are so lucky to have your talent and dedication. Thank you. I'd also like to recognize another special group of people who truly care about our students and helping them to reach their full potential. Our deans of education. Thank you for all that you do. It gives me great pleasure to ask all our graduates to stand for the turning of the tassels. This not only represents your graduation from Perry Tech, but also the turning of a new chapter in your life. If you would do me the honor, please move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations. Again, I want to thank our guests today. Thank you for being here and supporting our graduates. And I know you'll support them on the this next chapter of their life as well. So thank you. On behalf of all of Perry Tech, we really appreciate you being here today. And now I'd like to ask everyone to stand as we recognize our graduates. Thank you again for attending today and for being part of Perry Tech. Congratulations.